All right, good day, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Peter. For those of you that are new here, welcome. And I am here to give you your daily guidance for today. All right. So, you guys, your guides and your ancestors are wanting me to convey that there is a different level of elevation that has occurred for many of you. Like your vibration is rising, your frequency is rising, like things are elevating for you. But with this elevation, it's like some of you guys are experiencing some forms of difficulty, and that's expected in this journey, and that's expected in the space that you're in the space that you're headed. All right, so these different forms of adversity, these different entities that are trying to come in and just disrupt your flow, these things are coming in to assist you in maturing your spiritual strength. All right, you're not responding to things the way that you used to respond to them. Usually if somebody do something to you or say something to you, you go off, like you completely go off. But you are growing and you are maturing, and so what those things are coming in, they're trying to, it's like they're testing you, right? They're testing your patience, they're testing what you got going on, and it's like you're noticing different things, like, dang, I didn't respond to that the way I usually respond to that. Usually I would just lose my mind, but this time I'm just like, I'm cool, So that's their way of developing you. That's their way of maturing you, all right? And is assisting you in your grounding, okay? This part of the journey is assisting you in your grounding, all right? And your guides are wanting you to know, like, don't quit. Don't let these little things come in and have your all jacked up, because some of these entities are coming in and they coming in strong and they powerful, and they got you feeling depressed and they got you feeling sad. But your ancestors and your guides are wanting you to remember your light. All right, they want you to remember what you came here for. All right, and how to stay aligned with your path. All right, this is to keep you aligned with your path. There are going to be many more things that are going to come and try to attach itself to you, but your ancestors are wanting you to rid yourself of these legions. All right, because these things are trying to attach to you and trying to suck the life out of you, and you're constantly pouring into other people and other things, and your ancestors, like, your guys are like, no, enough of that. All right, it's time for you to focus on you. The reason why these things are disrupting you the way that you are, because you haven't really focused on you. You've been so busy pouring into other people that you haven't been able to pour into yourself. So it's time for you to nurture yourself. It's time for you to mother yourself. It's time for you to focus on self and focus on your journey. Okay? Your ancestors and your guides are wanting you to birth these ideas and birth these projects. All right? Because now things are changing. So you're not the same as you once were. So doing those things that you used to do, that work that you used to do, that level that you used to do to work on, it's time for you to elevate. It's time for you to accept your role and accept your soul growth. That's what your guides and your ancestors wanting you to do. They're wanting you to accept your soul growth because you have grown. And it looks like you're like, how am I going to fulfill this? How am I going to do this? And they're saying, just do it. Your guides and your ancestors said that sometimes you feel like you're not capable of doing it, but you are capable of doing it. And they want you to remember that you didn't start this journey because you thought you was going to lose. You started this journey because you knew that you were going to win, and you were going to win big. Okay, so they're really giving you like a lot of different intuitive messages, and many of you have been writing them down. And for those of you that have not been writing them down, write down the messages that your ancestors are giving you. Sometimes it might just seem like a thought. You feel like, oh man, I had a good idea, and then you kind of push it to the side, but like, oh, that was just a good idea. I don't know if I can do that. No. That idea, that's that thought that you asked your ancestors for. When you ask your ancestors and your guides, oh my goodness, what am I going to do next? And they sent you that thought, that wasn't something for you to just tuck away. They actually want you to utilize that. All right? When you're feeling this discomfort, figure out what is not aligning. Like, what is going on? What's not aligning within you? All right? And getting yourself back on track. Calling on them when you need them. All right? Praying when you need to pray. Doing your self-care. Doing your self-work. Loving on yourself. All right? When that stuff hits you so hard and you feel like You dying on the inside. Guess what? Just love on yourself a little bit harder. Really develop that self-love. All right? And the more you develop that self-love, the more you develop that love for self, the more everything that comes your way will be love. Everything that comes your way will be love. Your significant other will be love. Your job, your career, whatever it is that you're doing, it will be love. It will project love. Your family, it will be love. All right? There are so many things that when you look back, you were like, dang, I can't believe I made it. A lot of people counted you out too. But look at your guys. They're like, look, when people counted you out, we right here working with you, making sure that, hey, you fulfill whatever it is that you desire to fulfill. All you have to do is just continue to believe that you can fulfill this purpose. All right? That you can fulfill this purpose. This is your sole purpose. So they need you to listen for the things that they're sending you. They're calling out to you. They're calling out to you. They're telling you, hey, I got this assignment for you. And you already feel deep within your soul that this is for you. You already feel deep within your soul that you're supposed to be doing this. You already know wholeheartedly, you have received all of the clarity that that is what you're supposed to be doing. And yet, you're not doing it. And so your guys are like, go ahead and put your foot on the gas. All right, go ahead and put your foot on the gas. It's time. That way you can celebrate. You see how they just roll by celebrating? They want you to be able to celebrate. They want you to celebrate when everybody else is celebrating. All right? So you just have to believe that you can do this. All right? There's lots of movements forward, y'all. Lots of movements forward. You just got to figure out which direction you want to go with this. Because it's almost like they've given you several different options. So you just got to figure out which one I want to go with first. Okay? But that's what your guys are wanting you to do. They're wanting you to stand firm in your purpose. Stand firm on your journey. Sometimes it's going to get rocky. Sometimes it's going to feel like you can't make it. Sometimes it's going to feel like you can't get grounded. Sometimes you're going to feel like you don't want to be around nobody. Sometimes you're going to feel like you don't want to get up. That is a part of the process. And when that happens, take your break. Love on yourself. Do what it is that you need to do for self. All right? Remember, this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. So you don't have to rush and do it. You just got to start doing it. You don't have to go and get everything done next week. You don't have to go and get everything done in a month from now. Take your time. This is your race. This is your marathon. This is your season. Okay? You don't have to be on the treadmill. It takes 28 days to see any changes in your diet and weight loss anyway. Right? So when you get yourself into this routine and this ritual, it's going to take some time to see any types of progress. All right? You've already planted the seed. Now you got to water it and nurture it, right? You got to water that seed and nurture that seed. You got to fertilize that seed. You got to feed that seed. You got to give that seed nutrition. You got to put pesticide on that seed so you can keep all the little mites and bugs and things off that seed. And then, after the seed germinate and grow, you got to still do the same process. Now, it ain't just mice. Now you got bugs and caterpillars and all kinds of things on that seed trying to eat that. And then once it grows into the crop or the thing that you want it to grow into, guess what now? Now you got to keep the wildlife off of that plant, off of that thing that you planted, off your baby, that thing you gave all that attention to. Now you got to try to keep the other pests away. The cats and the skunks and the raccoons and all of them things, so that they won't eat your crop, so that they won't put holes in your crop. So they won't cause your crop to get fungus or bacteria. So they won't create an infestation to stop you from bearing that fruit or that crop, to stop you from receiving your harvest, right? So that's what your guides are telling you. You gotta nurture that thing. You gotta nurture yourself. What if you the seed? You gotta do what you gotta do to make sure you getting the nutrients you need. Just like if you were planting something. That's what your guides are wanting you to do. You plant the seed, you water the seed, you fertilize the seed, you nurture the seed, you protect the seed, you put the pesticide on the seed. Then when the seed germinated, grows up, it sprouts. Now you got to keep the bugs off, so you got to keep that process going. And sometimes it get tiring. Sometimes you don't feel like doing it. But the moment you let up on the process, now you got all kinds of stuff messing with your crop. And then it might interfere with when you harvest. And this is your season, you guys. This is your harvest season. You shouldn't have to wait for the next harvest season. For some of you, this is the time that you plant. So some of you are harvesting and some of you are planting. But either way, there is a process to how you do that thing. And the moment that you feel like you gonna cut corners, or you don't feel like doing it, or you just can't do it today, that's the moment that something else come in and intercepts what you got going on. You can't let those outside entities, those mites, you can't let those legions come in from the outside and stop what you got going on. You have to remember your light. You have to remember why you here. And that's what your ancestors want you to do, to remember why you here. It might feel tough, but it's just tough for a spell. It's gonna get better. You're going up and down. You're going against a lot. So your guides are wanting you to call on them and believe in them and trust in them when you need to. Okay? Talk to them. They hear you. And they will help you move things out of your way. Listen for that divine guidance, because it's coming in. They've been sending it all kinds of ways. They like, I don't know how you don't get it, but we've been sending it to you this way, that way, and the other way. So they don't understand why you may seem like you're not getting it. But this lesson is for you to learn. And you're going to learn it or you're going to repeat it. All right? But many of you have learned it. Many of you have grasped it. Y'all like, dang, I didn't know it was going to be like this. I thought I had dealt with that, you know? But you, just a little bit. You got to work on a little bit. Few little mites left. Put some vinegar on it. Get it on out of there, you know? Take care of it, you know? But this is what you're here to do. You're here to fulfill this purpose. Generate that vision, however you got to do it. It's time for you to birth something, being fertile. Them new ideas got to come on, okay? Can't let nothing stop you. You can't let things that society says should stop you, all right? You can't let these external factors stop you. There's so many external factors out there that's trying to stop you right now. You can't let them do it. You can't quit. Your guides and your ancestors, they're proud of you. Because at moments that you didn't feel like you was going to make it, you made it anyway. And you got to keep doing it, okay? But ask your guides and your ancestors. Be like, listen, guys and ancestors, I know that you grow through pain. And I know that change cannot come without a little discomfort. But could you please go easy on me? Because sometimes you just need to ask them, can they go easy on you? Sometimes you just need to ask them for that. And they'll do it, you know? Unless you want to know people that got to learn with a little bit of force, you know. So, but that's pretty much it, y'all. This is y'all path. This is y'all purpose. Y'all are elevating. Things are shifting. Y'all are growing. Your frequency is raising. And as you grow and as your frequency raise and as you about to receive your blessing and your abundance and whatever it is that the universe is about to give you, they're going to be little giants that's going to come in the way. They're going to be little insects that's going to come in the way. They're going to be little leeches that's going to come in the way. People that's going to come in and try to take what's yours, or they're going to try to stop you from getting it, or they're going to take so much off from you that you ain't going to be able to get nothing to nobody else. All right, there's another reason why your guides and your ancestors want you to have boundaries. All right, releasing those things that do not provide you any substance anymore. They have to go. You have to answer this call now. This is what you're supposed to be doing. All right, but that's what your guides are wanting you to know. Every time you elevate, every time your vibration raises, it's going to always be something that's going to try to come in and stop your soul growth. Do not allow anything to stop your soul growth. Do not allow anything to come in and stop you on your journey or stop you from fulfilling your purpose. Many of you know for a fact that you are gifted, that you possess a lot of these spiritual gifts that many of your favorite people possessed. You can get these messages for yourself. You just have to step out there into your purpose, okay? So start somewhere. Start planting little seeds. Continue to develop yourself. Continue to grow. Start planting those little seeds, though. All right? It's time. It's time for you to stop being afraid. It's time for you to step on the other side of fear and step on the other side of procrastination and see where that takes you and see where that leads you. All right? So that's pretty much it. Just take that leap of faith. The universe gonna catch you. Your guides and your ancestors gonna support you, and I'll holler at you.